What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at my new home theater seats. This is the Valencia Monza. So I'm currently building a new office slash small home theater space, and one of the things I needed was seating. I already have other Valencia seats that I've been completely happy with, but I decided to pick up these here just to try out something a little different. If you want to see the review for my other seats, I'll put a link down in the description, and that was for the Tuscany Luxury Console Edition. I've had those for a little over a year now and haven't had any issues whatsoever. So that's why I decided to stick with Valencia when it came to getting new seats. The space that this is going to is still being worked on, it's still being built. I still got to put drywall and flooring in there. So for now, that's why I have them right here in my kitchen. So before we dive into the seats and all of their features, one thing I want to remind everyone is to get the white glove delivery service. I said I was going to do it last time if I ever got seats again, but I totally forgot about it. And as soon as I had to take these into the house, I instantly remembered, as these were just a lot heavier than my last set. When you get them, they come in two different boxes, and one of the boxes was 213 pounds and the other was 166 pounds. Fortunately, I didn't have a bunch of stairs this time, but it was still quite the struggle to move these. With that being said, delivery was a lot better this time. From start to finish, it was just a smooth and easy process. Alright, so moving on to the seats themselves, the one I have here is a row of 2, but on their website, there's quite a few different options you can choose from, going all the way to a row of 5. So as you can see, this is quite the unique looking seat. The other seat I have is more of a traditional and overstuffed seat, but this one is almost the exact opposite. Just the overall look of it gives me a space station vibe. If Captain Kirk had a home theater, I feel like this is the seat that he would be sitting in. So when I first got this seat, I made the mistake of plopping myself on it rather quickly, and I thought I made a big mistake by getting these. Rather than feeling like a pillow like my other seats do, it just felt a little too firm, and based off that, some regret was starting to happen. But fortunately, after sitting in these for a while, I realized that they were not only comfortable, but I actually liked them more than my other seats as well. The seat is not as bouncy as it is more on the firm side, but it's firm in a comfortable and supportive kind of way. You can kind of think of it in the same category of like a memory foam pillow. At first, it seems more firm, but in the end, it does provide a lot more comfort. The back part is a little softer and feels like a pillow combined with foam, but again, overall, a very comfortable seat. Looking at the specs, this is made from what they call composite foam matrix. And as you can see, the seat is all leather, and this is their semi-aniline 15,000 Napa leather. It feels like a good leather, but if I'm being completely honest, I do prefer the leather on the Tuscany seats, as I just like the smoother finish to it. Despite being a little more firm, as you can see, this is definitely a nice and thick seat cushion. Coming to the side, we have the most eye-grabbing and unique part of the seat, and that's this panel here that's made from German carbon fiber. This isn't just plastic with some fake paint on it, but again, actual carbon fiber, which is a really durable material. Not only that, but the glossy finish on this is just very stunning to look at, and it really does make the seat stand out from everything else out there. So it has this on both sides of the seat, and then you also have a small strip here in the middle. Overall, it just gives the seats a nice and classy look, and again, makes it look very unique. Alright, so coming back to the seat, as you can see here, we have a very wide armrest, which makes the seat look somewhat like a throne. So if I put my arm here, you can see just how much room there really is. At first, it seemed a little silly, but now I do like having it. It just gives me more room to move my arms around, and it actually feels more supportive as well. Coming to the front of the armrest, right here, you have your cup holder. On top, you have a USB port, which has a little door to keep it covered and protected. And then right down here, you have all the controls for the seat. My Tuscany had them all right here, which is a little more hard to mess with, but having them up here definitely makes them a lot easier. And as you can see, you also have an LED ring inside the cup holder, and another one that highlights the ring around it as well. So taking a look at the buttons, the first two here are for the power recline, and if you hold down this one, it'll also return the seat to the home position. This is for the power adjustable headrest. These two are for the power adjustable lumbar support, and then you also have a memory button and LED button. I love having all of these adjustments as it lets you fine-tune the seat to whatever feels most comfortable. And then thanks to the memory button, you don't have to worry about setting everything one by one every single time. Just sit down, click the button, and you're good to go. So if you press this light bulb, this turns on the LEDs, and I like that you can change this from high, medium, low, or off. You also have 7 different colors you can choose from, and while I do like having the colors, I wish it had the option for just a basic white light. Personally, I think this would really complement the seat and just give it a more modern and sophisticated feel versus the gamer chair look that the colors give it. So I just wanted to add a little correction. So when I usually change the color, I'm sitting down and this usually reflects whatever's shown down there. As you can see, this has a bluish kind of teal color to it. But if you look at the bottom, it's actually a pure white light. So good to see that it does in fact actually have that white color as an option. Also on the armrest, you also have a nice storage compartment here, nice and deep, a lot of room for any remotes or accessories. And you have one on every armrest. You have one here, one in the middle, and one on the other side for a total of 3 compartments. Speaking of accessories, with the sofa, you also get this accessory holder. As you can see, this is just a big chunk of metal. This is the most overbuilt accessory holder I've ever seen. This thing got to weigh at least 2 or 3 pounds. If you drop this on the floor, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't break, and you'll probably break your floor instead. So it fits in right here. It is a very precisely fit thing, so you kind of got to wobble it around and line it up properly. And then you put your accessories onto this hole here. The other sofa has a little port here, and that's where you put the accessories, but they said they did this instead for aesthetic reasons. The only downside to this is you do lose your cup holder when you're using it, but when you're using the table and you plug it on the other port that the other sofas have right here, it still blocks the cup holder anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So as you saw earlier, I have this carbon fiber table here. This is how it connects. It has a little metal rod here. So with the seat, at least a row of 2, you get 2 of these, but I'm assuming if you have a roll of 3, roll of 4, you'll get additional holders as well. And then beside the table, I also have their tablet holder and their wireless phone charger. One of my gripes with this seat is I wish there was a third USB port in the middle. As you can see, this is a wireless phone charger and this needs to be plugged into a USB port. But there's no USB port here, so I have to use it on either that side or this side here. Beside that, I also like putting my tablet here in the middle. That's why I have the tablet holder. But again, there's no charging port here in the middle. So if I want to charge my tablet, I have to put it on either the other sides. And personally, I think it just works better in the middle because that tablet is what I use to control all of my media and lights and everything in the room. So on future models, it would be nice if they added a third USB port here. Overall, this is definitely a great seat. I love all the features it has. It's comfortable and it's also very good looking as well. So if you happen to be shopping for home theater seats, I would highly recommend this one here, which again is the Valencia Monza. If you would like more information or pricing on it, I also put a link to it in the description as well. Alright, well that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time.